Let's do a reading for the full blood moon in Virgo. We've got a lunar eclipse happening here. This is the March 13th and 14th full moon. There is a lunar eclipse tied to this that will be pulling Virgo energy right in the middle of retrograde season. Let's see what we can come up with. My name is Cody. For those of you who are brand new, I appreciate your curiosity. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. This will alert you every time I go live and post content. If you need to book a personal private reading, all that information is going to be in the description box of this video, in that link tree, which will take you to my website where you can book that personal reading or mentorships. Going all the way to the bottom shows you all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Recognize them? Give me a follow. Let's take a look here. What's that you position? Two of Wands, you're at a crossroads. So there's an indecision of what's going on right now. What are you going to be incorporating with this new moon as far as a new direction, a new path in life, a decision that you've been putting off? There is this call to do something completely different than what you've already done. This is that grass is greener. Grass is greener on the other side card. There's an indication of you longing for something better than where you are. Okay. What crosses you? Page of Pentacles. The planning stages. Getting it off the ground is the initial steps. I feel like you probably have this good momentum happening once you get going, and then there is the follow through and there is the completion is where you are struggling. The follow through, the completion. There may be a lot of starts and not a lot of finishes happening here. So what is that overall energy for this season? We've got that Eight of Wands. Got to do something, right? There's this sense of urgency incorporated with this energy. The Eight of Wands is some kind of a quick decision happening. You may be getting downloads like crazy. There's messages all around you. You are seeing lots of blood moon readings happening. So there's this weighing decision on each and every single one of you about what to do, when to do it, should I do it, should I not? Restructuring, lots of restructuring. What's the foundation? High Priestess. This is an inside job. This can only be done with the help of your higher self, your intuition, your inner knowing, your higher power. Your higher power is how you will be able to get things done. This is you being accountable to your higher power, holding integrity through spiritual court, keeping yourself accountable through your spiritual divination, listening to your guides, letting them remind you that maybe you should make a few steps towards your goals today. Maybe you should try to focus on being more about this new life. Maybe you should work a little bit more on detaching from your old ways. Okay, so we're getting lots of messages, lots of intuitive downloads. What's that recent past? I've been holding it for a minute. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a set foundation that is in the beginning stages. There's just the start of something that feels like this is what I should be doing? Question mark, right? Okay. So what is your immediate future? Let's go right in here. Three of Swords. We've got that Three of Swords in your immediate future. Let's clarify that. I've got the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Cups. Okay, Seven of Swords to the King of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles was Knight of Pentacles, yes. Is that another Page of Pentacles? Yes, Page of Pentacles here. Seven of Wands here. Tell me about this Two of Wands. High Priestess, or the Hermit. Yeah, this, excuse me, the Hermit is the other one I meant. Hermit, Virgo energy, right? This is an inside job. The decision you need to make is going to come from your higher calling, your higher self. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. The Lovers, a major decision. Tell me about that. Eight of Wands. The Four of Wands. The structure is there, and now you're being called to finish it. Do something. Continue the growth or rebuild it. Rebuild it entirely. Nine of Pentacles and the Magician. Let's see. Tell me about the High Priestess. Five of Wands. You're fighting that higher power. You're fighting your inner voice. I feel like your analytical thinking brain is talking yourself out of things. I feel like maybe you have told yourself you're not ready. This is that perpetual state of lack that you have imprisoned yourself in. Tell me about the Four of Wands. The Magician. Big dreams, big goals, big dreams, big acquisitions. And there's the Two of Wands. And what to do and when to do it. Lots of planning, lots of discussing, lots of gathering for the trip. We have gathered everything we need to take off in a direction. What direction are you going in? Right? So tell me about this Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. We had another flipper. I saw it. Unless I grabbed it. Must have been it. Okay. Two, Four of Pentacles, and there's the moon, our elusive moon. This moon is shining that proverbial light on what you are refusing to let go of. There is some harsh realizations about some blocks that you are having a very difficult time letting go of. There are some things that have been a long-standing part of your life for a very long time. You may have gone to the ends of the earth and battled for some of these things that you can no longer bring with you. And it feels a little unnerving to know that maybe you have had it wrong, maybe you were off base, maybe you should have done this sooner. The Two of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Moon, the Three of Swords for your immediate future. I feel like once you start going in this path and you start seeing how wide the road gets and how smooth the trip becomes, you will immediately try to start fighting this phase of regret for not going sooner, not trusting yourself more, not embarking upon this deep, emphatic trust in that gut feeling, that inner calling, that inner knowing that would not stop. Two of Swords, Six of Wands, Two of Swords, King of Swords, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, Nine of Swords. Baby, you are stressed. Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, 8, 9, 10 of Swords right here, all around your intuitive goddess self. And even if you're a divine masculine, we still have that divine feminine connectivity to our higher calling. This is that direct channel to your intuition, which is feminine. It's okay. Everybody has feminine and masculine. I can go into my masculine quite easily. It suits me well when I need to get the job done. Speaking of, there's the King of Wands, right? When you need to get the job done, this is about taking authority and making those decisions, those tough decisions with your higher calling, because this is where you feel like you are being taken to. There is this loud, never-ending, ongoing, continuous call that is never going to stop until you answer it. You have got to answer the call. This pull in a new direction has been long-standing for quite some time. This is a head over heart decision to finally start letting go of the fact that you have been fighting this with your analytical thinking brain. Your head has finally decided to surrender and let your heart take over, going with the flow, moving with this energy, letting it take you to that next step, to where you are being guided, okay? Wherever that is, a personal reading, we could dive deeper into the details, of course, but these are for the general collective, so you please fill in those blanks as needed. Please do so. Yeah, there's this more compassionate focus on you being pulled towards something more solid in you've overcome a lot. And so this is the natural next step. This is natural. This is the trail of the path that you have chosen by embarking upon those choices that were made in the past, right? And so now you're at this point of continuing the course or veering off in a different direction. We cannot help but take inventory of the path already taken and what decisions have led us to the point we're at now. In looking back at your maze and figuring out where your next moves are going to be most beneficial, most abundant, most satisfactory, most fulfilling. So while we are getting ready to embark upon this new path, I feel like a lot of you are working through a lot of your past karmic ties. There's a lot of past ties to karma that is deeply connected to a lot of the decisions that you've made. And while it is difficult to move away from where you've been, you can't help but go to these places in the past that were a bit emotional. And those are the parts where you're needing to do really deep dives into uncovering what those lessons were, those pivotal lessons that will deepen your direction in a more concise way because of what you've already been through. This Virgo energy with the Hermit card, this is about unpacking some long-standing even ancestral karma. This goes back generations. It's not just your life, but this has to do with everybody that came before you that had a part to do with the existence of who you are today. And who you are today then embarked upon the journey that you took upon this lifetime with the breaths since your beginning in this current journey. Okay, so in this current journey, I see a lot of you taking a very no-nonsense approach. A lot of you have decided that you are going to start providing a lot of details, a lot of facts, a lot of intelligence, a lot of grounded, focused, concentrated energy towards figuring out where you're meant to be. I understand that this is not an easy task. If it was, you would have done it already, right? You would have already been there. You would already well be on your way and be coaching others on how to get to where you are now. But we are not there. Instead, we are still at base plate. We're at home plate trying to figure out how to get to first base, and then what first base to second base is going to look like, and then what second base to third base is going to look like, and so on and so forth. You're starting to track and figure out what it would look like, how you would have to move, what would need to happen in order for your moves to be made so that you make it to your destination. I see 7 of Swords. We've got 8 of Swords. Now is not the time to overthink and overanalyze about needless details that don't push you towards something more solid, something more tangible. I do see a lot of you finally deciding to get outside of your head and just start putting your efforts in and start doing the work. Start putting your feet on the ground and doing the work. Your hands in the dirt, and start to toil the soil with your own bare hands. I see a lot of you getting in there and being physical with the efforts that you're needing to do. This is like you starting to journal. This is you setting a business plan, making a vision board, looking at previous journals and starting to document about the decisions that were made up until now, combing through past karma by looking through your past history, allowing for your journaling to help you to navigate through some of those difficult feelings, and leaving them in this old energy so that you can utilize this eclipse full moon as a release to truly start bringing in your ability to create whatever it is you're trying to make, be it more relationships, a more healthy lifestyle, a new job, more money coming in for a business you've already created, becoming more educated, learning something completely different, changing your lifestyle, changing your habits, whatever it is, whatever you've been putting off, whatever you have been deciding that was not the right time, or you're not ready, or there's more to do, or you can't afford it, or it's not worth it, whatever it is, this is the time to start unpacking all of the reasons why you haven't done it yet. And then start looking at the possibilities of how to make it so, how to make those dreams come to fruition. If not the exact dream, something similar, something familiar to the inspiration driving the force to give you the thought, to give you the insight to want to create. These downloads from your intuition, from your intuitive guides, are what is taking you to those next levels, to be able to truly ascend to your ultimate divine life path where you're meant to be. 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Justice card, King of Wands, right? The cause and effect, that big picture, the vision, that down the road, the entire picture. And it all comes from this deep dive into your intuitive path up until now, your complete intuitive journey, your entire emotional journey up until now, your entire emotional journey up until this point, everything that you've been through emotionally, the entire thing, working through that and figuring out why you made those decisions, how it got you to this point, and what you can use to help you push to those next moments in life. Okay, let's clean this up and then we will run out an outcome. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. A lot of you have a lot of decisions that you're working through. A lot. We've got the Five of Cups, Four of Swords, Lovers in reverse. Okay. Eight of Swords, Four of Cups, Lovers reversed, Four of Swords. Why? Hermit, Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed by this. It's not that deep. Okay? It's not that deep. It's not that difficult. This is just about deciding what works and what doesn't work, what you want to take with you and what you don't. There are a lot of choices and decisions that you've made that are a part of the reasons why you are who you are to this day and why you are at the point you're at. This is not the time to dissect those in regret, in remorse or regret for any of these past decisions that were made. Now is not the time. You did what you needed to do in the moment when you felt called to have that experience. Those decisions were the right one. Whatever decision you needed to make needed to happen. Four of Swords with the Eight of Swords has you doing some deep inner work about figuring out what it meant to you? What are these lessons? It's not that it happened to you, they happened for you. This is a very important part of the formula to figure out what your next steps are going to be. Figuring out why you went through what you went through, how it is for you. Okay? How it happened for you, not to you. To you puts you in a perpetual state of lack. For you takes your power back, and it puts the situation in a benefit to you instead of a detriment. Okay, you're taking this whole situation and turning it into a benefit. You're twisting the narrative to make it work for you, not against you. I've got the Hermit card, the Seven of Cups. This is about taking control of the narrative. Taking control of the narrative in your mind to give you the power and the fortitude to take that focus back and put it back on the problem. It's not on you, it's on the problem. The problem is the problem, not you. You're not the problem. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. This is about figuring out why you went through what you went through and how it was for your greatest and highest good. 8 and 9 of Pentacles, this is pre-Empress energy, that goddess-like energy for down the road, that emperor-like energy for down the road. You are a god amongst men. You are a goddess in a field of ethereal, divine, feminine energy. This is where you want to raise your standards. This is where you have been elevated to. Everything that you went through was so that you could become this divine, powerful force that you are. These are those pivotal moments where you get to level up and become the highest vibrational version of yourself because of what you went through. This is how you make it happen for you, not to you. For you, not to you. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull the Moonology and see if this has anything come out. Full moon in Capricorn. Close. Okay. Okay, full moon in Capricorn. This card has 2 sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't. You shouldn't waste another minute worrying, because this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in extra effort with your manifesting work. So if you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. Finding the silver lining and going from there. I teach this a lot about getting yourself out of that perpetual funk. There's this cyclical funk that you can take yourself in, and it's quite addictive. To be in a negative mindset, to be angry, to be upset. This is addictive. You're hitting dopamines and triggering oxytocin in the brain, and you can quite literally get stuck in a loop here. Try to find something positive about what you've been through in order to give you power over the situation, giving you control over it. Okay, let's see. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Take inspired action from that reality check. This card is bursting with goddess energy and reminds you that while it's wonderful to have lofty dreams, you also need to ground those desires by taking inspired action. Commune with the heavens, but take practical steps down here on earth. Draw down the energies of the divine by doing something as seemingly trivial as making a bullet point list of what you need to do to manifest your dreams into reality. Also know that you're 100% worthy of your dreams. Ditch self-effacement, criticism, and second-guessing yourself and others. It's important to believe in our dreams, but we also need to take practical steps towards them. The energy of this card will help you to connect with that reality. This is exactly right. This is about sitting down, doing the mental work, doing the planning, starting to realize about all of these blocks that have happened, and then planning a way to get around those, starting to divert your energy in a different direction and making conscious effort to remove those blocks, focusing on them to make them not be an issue. And then putting conscious effort of actual physical effort behind those actions. Behind the actions, I mean, we are sitting here putting a list together, and then you're starting to take physical action on those steps. Make that motion towards your dreams a reality. It is said, if you take one step towards the gods, they will take 10 steps towards you. Make that move to start that energetic flow. Okay. All right. Real quick, we're going to look at your future higher self. Pulling future higher self message. All right. What else is my collective? All right. Future higher self. You will break free from all that no longer serves you. Ashe. You will. You will absolutely break free. These are the blocks. They don't serve you. They are keeping you stuck in a loop. These are the tentacles preventing you from being able to actually swim away. These are the sandbags holding your hot air balloon to the ground. They are. These are these blocks. Let go. I mean, really let go, because there's something better on the horizon. We hang on to something that has lost its zest. It has expended its purpose. We are hanging on to something that no longer serves us. There's something better on the horizon. 2:22 right now on my clock, 2:22 p.m. Life isn't a sprint. It's a long race. You're not just in it to win. The wheel will turn in your favor. Keep going. If you need to break the rules, do so with conviction to make a difference. Own your time and give it meaning. Do not let it pass you by. It was a necessary ending so that you can live the life you're meant to live. Leave the past behind. You're destined to live this life. You cannot take your past with you. It's meant to stay there. That's why it is being pulled away from you. You're exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. Believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dreams. Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. Be careful who you take advice from. You're creating a you that you will be proud of. Don't fear a blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. There's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. You're meant to be there. This is why the divine keeps taking you here. It keeps putting these visions, these thoughts, these ideas, this inspiration, bringing you into alignment with things that have to do with what you've been dreaming about. This is why. You're on a journey of discovering your life purpose. It's a journey. That's it. You can't fight it. This is that pivotal moment. What are you going to do with this energy? How are you going to create it? You're shedding energies that no longer match your frequency. Learn new things. It'll help you in the future. Healing must be completed before your life can transform. You will find your place in the world even when you don't know how. And a detour may be available to you now that can be a benefit. Don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it, right? That silver lining we're talking about. These are the challenges that push you into those leveling up moments where you can really find out what you're made of. All right, the sacrifices that you're going to make today, those are going to be worth it. It will be worth it. These sacrifices, it's difficult for us to hang on, to let go of something that we have worked hard to achieve, that we worked hard to maintain, that we put so much of ourselves into. But I'm telling you, something even better is on the horizon. If something is being taken away from you, or you are no longer getting out of it what you expected, redirect that focus. Divert that energy and start pouring into something that will begin to reciprocate back to you. Okay, collective. I hope that helped. I hope it resonated. I have a request that each and every single one of you journal. Make time today to journal. Put some information down on a piece of paper. Tell the universe what you honestly feel like is blocking you and preventing you from being able to truly achieve greatness. Meditate. Make some moon water. I wouldn't charge your crystals because of the lunar eclipse, but you can definitely grab that energy in some moon water. This will be some amazing moon water to have. I've got water on the way. I've got jars charging in the sun. It's going to be fantastic. Also, because it is a blood moon, this Red Witch, I have joined the blood moon. So if you are in your cycle before, during, or somewhere around it, congratulations. I feel like a lot of you have already accomplished a lot of your shadow work. This is the time to start implementing those actions, some profoundly deep moves towards your new path. Until next time, all the health, wealth, and abundance y'all can possibly stand. Be sure to check the description box if you need to book a personal private reading with me or a mentorship. Everything's in the description box there. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.